All right, so today's video, we're watching a Gold 5 support on PS5 playing Lifeweaver, and they say, hi, my duo and I had just went on our largest losing streak in Overwatch comp. I was in Gold 1 prior to this, and my friend only needed 40 more comp points to get her first Gold/Jade weapon. This streak of 9 losses and 3 draws brought me down to Silver 1. Now I'm in Gold 5 and working my way back up. It got to the point where we questioned if it was us or our teammates. The highest rank I can get is 1 win away from Plat 5 and have been constantly in Gold limbo. I would like to know what's going wrong in my playstyle and how I can improve. My duo's the Somber Ash, and we give comms through a PlayStation Party. Okay. This is matched with our first win from that streak, and I would like to continue to climb. Thanks for your consideration. Lifeweaver's interesting because, like, I always talk about playmaking with Lifeweaver, or with, like, heroes in general, but Lifeweaver feels like sometimes you can get stuck on trying to get something going if you're not using your pedal a ton. Like, a lot of it, you're just gonna be vibing. Good pull. Like, I play against, like, really good Lifeweavers that, like, they're so annoying to play against because they have such good movement and, like, good pedal usage and all that, so that's kind of what I'm going to be looking for here. Solid, thanks for the free response, so thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks. I'm just glad you have a pedal out, as you saw the last one. The last Lifeweaver I watched who didn't, like, put a pedal down ever. I'm so glad to see you just use it. I want to once again reiterate to people playing Lifeweaver. Your pedal cooldown goes on cooldown already when you put it down. So, like, it's worth it to put one down, and especially with the new activation system they added a while ago, like, probably over 6 months ago, if not longer, where, like, you have, like, it will drop down to the ground, so it's not even a wasted pedal at that point, if that makes sense. As long as you don't just throw it at the other team. So, here we go.
Some healing irrepressible.
There we go. Let's reset.
Life protects life.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna pause because we need to talk about this one. All right, we're gonna talk about this one here. I'm gonna ask you this question: what's the point of the Lifeweaver tree at that point? Like, what? Because it's you and Emongg, so you're just basically saving yourself in a 2v5. I'd rather see you use this on the next team fight than trying to keep your teammates alive here. Like, you're just gonna struggle at this point, right? Does that make sense? Like, you're just gonna struggle at this point. I would just be careful of, like, trying to force a play here with this ultimate when, like, you can use it in the next team fight pretty easily. At least in my opinion. Oh, wait a second.
Helden sterben nicht.
Okay, makes more sense now. Okay. I was wondering what happened to the Bastion, and I couldn't figure it out. And I was trying to find where they fell off the map, and I found them. All right, I was wondering. That was interesting. I was like, hey, by the way, chat, it ain't a Rialto if somebody doesn't fall off the map, okay? I'm just saying. They needed to get cooled off? Fair enough. I was certainly... This is a game. I don't even know what to... So far, we've had a Bastion fall off the map for no reason. We've had you use Lifeweaver tree randomly to save a 2v5, which I wouldn't recommend. And then you have a Somber on your team run in and EMP randomly. A lot happening right now. Here we go.
Bounding forth.
Stay out of my way. Enemy is reviving.
Okay, your Echo. This has been a wild game. The Echo went Mercy, which might have been on an accident. Your teammates are taking... Okay, so, like, If you want to know where to start here, because you were talking about like your team, once again, this is what is going to be a wild game. I'm already going to tell you, like, at this point, I can already tell it's going to be a wild game. And I get that part. I get the idea behind that. It's going to be wild. But this is more of an issue of, like, you just need to get your team to regroup. And this is for anybody playing ranked. Like, if you find that you're in this constant, like, endless loop of just running at them in a straight line over and over again, and you just keep getting rolled over and over again, this is just a regroup problem. So, I know, you could maybe... I don't even know if it's suggested, but you could like be like, all right, just get a good regroup in. Like, this is just like a matter of your team has tried winning team fights, basically 2v5 the whole time. And sometimes, like, I can give you all the tools to like try to fix that, but sometimes you're just gonna have ranked games where this happens, right?
That should do it. ลงไปกับสายลม
Okay. You said all the names in this match. Is it bad that I didn't even budge at like some of these names because I've been playing Marvel Rivals and I've seen some things now? Like, I feel like I maybe it's because I've been playing so much Rivals recently that like I just see these names and I'm like, that is a toned down version of what I've been seeing in Rivals. Is that bad? All right, here we go. Good pedal. I like that. Saving your team. Surprised you didn't save that. Good tree. Regardless of if you die there, by the way, that was a good tree and a good reaction to what was happening.
10 seconds remaining.
Irrepressible.
You know? That was good.
The tree is falling.
That was good.
Take care. Some healing.
What rank is this? I want to say around gold. They had lost 9 games in a row. But once again, like, wow, your Rhine just clutched that, by the way. If you get past this point, thank your Reinhardt, because what is happening? What it has been 4 minutes of nonstop, like, everybody's feeding in. I'm not joking, it's been nonstop. The cart's gone 50 meters, and I've seen, like, just nonstop battles. Oh, big slam! Yeah, this is Lifeweaver on attack in a nutshell, too. I can see that.
Better off with me.
Because, like, you can't even... I mean, I feel like Lifeweaver might play the same way, though, too, right? Because you have to be more reactive than proactive. Where's your pedal at? I just want to pause to see your pedal. Yeah. Just a reminder, remember your pedals. I know it's an intense overtime game, but I want to see you move this up. Just don't have it sit there wasted. Get your next one down so the cooldown can start rolling on the next one. Okay, here we go. I actually like that pull. There's no reason to let them sit there. Damn, your team clutched it in overtime, but what a wild matchup this has been so far. Almost got your ultimate again. Nice job. Now you have a little bit of time here. Not bad at all. Took a little bit to get going there, though. I will say that. It definitely took a bit to get going. Here we go. Oh, hi, buddy. I feel one thing that, like, I feel I want to be able to give more feedback on what's going on, but, like, I mean, you made the correct choice there, too. Like, that was a good play. Your decision was pop a tree or, like, use your pedal. I like that you used your pedal. I mean, you could, like, argue that it's a little bit risky, but I look at their team comp, and outside of the bash, and I think just a good pedal will be the way to do it. So, yeah, I think you're fine with that one. Good play. It can be really hard not to overreact to a grab when you have the right tools to survive it. You know what I mean? And, like, it's not even inherently wrong to use your tree there, but I just want to give your decision-making, like, props there, because also you watch the that Mercy is stuck in the hallway bottom right now because they didn't take the TP out. I just want to point that part out. The Mercy did get out, but yep. Ever wonder if my cat wonders who I'm talking to? I don't know. I don't know. Cats are awesome, though. I will say that much. I do have a Bengal cat, yes.
Life protects life. Safety in numbers.
The truth is, I don't even know where to use your tree in this situation at that point. I'm not even gonna complain. Is what it is. I mean, it moves with a cart. Your teammates have confidence they can push in. I'm okay with that. I mean, I do talk about being proactive. I mean, they're all in front of you. I would say this is a proactive ultimate. You just used your tree again. You didn't have to use it against Grav. The only thing you'd have to use it for now is Blade. So like maybe that's where it's wrong here, where they encounter with Blade. But I don't know. I'll be okay with you being a little bit proactive here. Reaper survives that. They're gonna Blade now, and you have numbers. So, like in theory, your team should be fine now. And like knowing how some of like these games will play out, that Genji's gonna save Blade till next round. They're gonna Blade now, but like they're gonna be by themselves. So as long as your team doesn't, yeah, you got one. So one is still gonna be better than that, and then they got the res. Can't really block any of that. Well, I mean Reaper can get the kill. I would back away now, by the way. In this situation, okay, this is fine too. Using a pedal is fine too. In that situation, two options. You either use your pedal to go up into the air, which is great, or you back up to like here to make them have to dive you. Just remember that. Don't force yourself onto the cart, because if you end up forcing yourself onto the cart, you can lose the team fight or get killed, and that's what's gonna win that's what's gonna make it difficult, right? So, but you should be fine now. I just wanted to showcase like your two options there, and you did one of the options. That would have been good. Good play. Rough start. Good snowball by your team. I really think that like, at least from what I can tell in this game, you lost so many games in a row that I feel like sometimes you feel like you have to do something. And like sometimes it's just as simple as just being a solid teammate and using your ultimates correctly. And it started off like pretty rough with your first ultimate. Every tree after that though, and like decision, I was pretty fine with, right? Is it how much for a coaching session by the cat? I don't know. I mean, Sully's a little bit more... He has a bit more of an aggressive coaching style, right? Like Lonnie and I just started watching the bear, so like he's more of like the what would you say you are, Sully, if your coaching style? What would you say? More of like the Richie, you think? Okay.
A touch of regrowth. Windborn.
Actually, no, you're more of the guy from Sully's more of the guy from what's the guy's name from Community who's in that show? Is it Joel McHale or something? Is that how you say his name? I mean, so far you just got to heal your teammate. Yeah, that's Sully's coaching style. There you go. That's Sully's coaching style. That's an unlucky pull. I get the effort. Good job backing out there. That was a smart play by you. Here we go.
Safety in numbers.
I do enjoy this stuff, Saturn. Let's go. I'll be honest with you. This has been a very like hard game to like really. It's like this game has been. I want to give more feedback on what you're doing, but like you're not even necessarily playing too bad. I don't know. Am I explaining this one correctly? Am I explaining this one correctly? I don't know. Like it's like you've been using your pedals. You use them to survive. You've been doing a pretty good job of using your Lifeweaver tree at times. You had one bad ultimate. Positioning's been decent. You've saved your teammates, or at least tried to. So, like, the next step is tracking ultimates better, maybe? So... yeah, I don't know. That's kind of what I've seen so far. Yeah, I mean, that's how I see it, Crazy. I mean, obviously you may not like it, but... okay. You know what? At least with this VOD being a little bit more chill, we get to see these moments. What happens? What happened? I gotta know. Yep. Okay. I had to make sure. It's the Rialto bridge. I've been there too, don't worry. I've been there too. I don't think so, Ren, but I haven't tested it, but I don't think so. But who knows? That would make no sense. Yeah, it's just the Rialto bridge. Remember that bingo we had on it? Yeah, the Rialto bridge.
The numbers do not favor us. Life protects life. You in my sights.
10 seconds remaining.
Hey, you know, I'm glad you gave me a reason to pause it here now. Once again, you're trying to force the play here. Even if you're going to use the tree at a certain point, I want you to think about this, okay? So I'm gonna kind of give you a story on how this is going to work, all right? Because I think this will be helpful. Look what the card is. All right, this is what the card is. So your vision is, okay, we can still win this. We have 3 people alive. So I'm going to use my tree here. The problem is that you really can't do anything to follow up on this play, right? Like, it's really hard to make any type of follow-up on this play. So rather than use it aggressively like we saw you do last time, this seems to be like one of your major issues with your ult usage, is you just got to give your teammates a little bit of time. So what you do, right, is you back up a little bit. And now you're here. And the reason why you wait a little bit is because that gives your teammates time to spawn. So we look here. I don't know the exact respawn timer on your teammates, but you have a dead Zenyatta and a dead Reaper. So what you want to do at this point is actually save your tree as long as you can, and then use the tree like kind of here to give you more time to take a fight on the cart that you need. Now, the hope is that when you do this, no one else dies, which, I mean, honestly, with who you have left in your team, you might lose your Ashe because they're out of position. But you can still bring it back with a 4v5 after, right? Like the Genji's going for the Ashe, etc. So you would actually wait to use the tree around here. So when the cart gets stuck here, you can hold the cart. You also have the safety of getting healed by the Lifeweaver tree. And then now your teammates come back. And then look at your Zenyatta, 93% ult on Zen. Now you can use Zenyatta ultimate. Instead, what might happen here is you might just lose the team fight because you don't have the like strength in numbers there. And then by the time your Zenyatta gets there, it might be too late for them to get value with the Zen ult. So this is a trying to do too much. So I've seen this is the second tree where you've basically tried to force the issue. These can make or break games. Your team has done well this game, so it's not going to be a huge issue. But these are the ultimates that can make or break your game because, you know, your team was getting rolled also on first point, and then look how much time you finished with on the clock, right? Point being is you got to clean up those ultimates. You've had some good ults, but you've also had some, like, trying to do too much ultimates. See how they're able to push into your team? Now everybody's kind of on their back foot. Like, your Zenyatta and Reaper are there. But do you see, like, why you put it there? And, like, your Reaper's already back and your Zenyatta's in line of sight. See? Now your Zenyatta feels obligated to ult in. Do you see how that domino effect happens? Right? Like, do you see how that domino effect happens where, like, your ultimate leads to, like, everybody else going, okay, let's go in there? But, like, you need to save your ult a little bit longer, and then next thing you know, it's a 5v5, and you might be able to win that team fight. I mean, look at that. You're 80 on Bob and 80 on Reaper ultimate. Like, think about what could happen there if you just save your ultimate and played a little bit smarter, okay? So, yep. Sound good? Here we go.
Let's put a stop to that payload. The warmth of firelight. Time for spring. You're better off.
I gotta sneeze. All right, so now you're, once again, I am happy with your pedal usage.
Something for the spring.
I should be doing WCS co-streams today, yeah, for at least for EMEA. Why not? I figured. Might be fun to watch some matches, keep up with stuff. Like I said, I enjoy watching the stuff. So.
Safety in numbers. Up and at it.
I think that's, once again, always stay with good positioning. Nothing really extravagant here. I'm realizing with Lifeweaver, like, when a Lifeweaver plays somewhat solid, like, it's very, like, just, yeah, you just kind of do your thing. Now, Lifeweaver tree here is fine on retake, so if you decide to use it here, this is good. It's on your recommended list, so I hope you enjoy. What do you usually watch? So you have a minute or 2 minutes, and then once again, you're getting snowballed here, just like before. I'm okay. There'll be arguments on that tree here, but I'm okay with it because, like, you're being a little bit proactive. It's just unlucky you got pinned. Like, there's a world where you save it for, like, the middle choke going up there, but I don't want to take away from you trying to, in a 5v5 do stuff. It's the 2v5 stuff that gets me mad. Did he live that pin? Well, he loved that pin because, of the extra shields. And, I don't know, what's the charge damage on Ryan? Is it 275? Because if it's on 275, yeah, I think you still would survive. So, yep. Is it 300? Then yeah, then it's because of the Lifeweaver tree. I forgot what the pin damage is. I always lose track of damages nowadays. There's been moments in Overwatch where pin doesn't kill people, and now there's moments where it does. Yeah, I guess in hindsight, you saved the tree there. Because, like, I don't know. I'm still fine with it, though. It's weird. I don't know. Not bad.
The warmth of Biolight.
Pretty clean gameplay. I mean, like, straight up, it's just, like, clean for the most part.
30 seconds.
My Discord, exclamation point Discord.
Something for the sting. Long like a silo.
For it?
Time for spring.
No, you can treat this. You can treat this. Treat.
Protects life.
Perfect. Once you had the first kill, I wanted you to tree that. Nice. Like, I mean, listen. Yeah, you keep saying like you keep saying that you're losing on your gold 5 games to get the plat, and like you want to figure out how to break out of that. Here's the truth. From like a healing point of view, I think you're doing fine. Like, you know how to keep your teammates alive. You do good pulls. Your pedal usage is pretty decent. Like, obviously, make sure it doesn't get killed. The only issue I really see from you, right, is that you're trying to force too many plays. When you're playing a hero like Lifeweaver, your play comes from like really good reactionary play, which is funny because in Overwatch I always talk about being proactive, but Lifeweaver by just character design alone is a reactive hero. You can give all the damage in the world to Lifeweaver, but no matter what, you're gonna have to play reactively, right? So you know, maybe you can do a bit more pre-healing. I honestly probably could have looked for more for that. But, like, enough of, like, trying to win 2v5s with your Lifeweaver tree. And I don't want to, like, take that away from, like, where you see an opportunity. Like, an opportunity of a win. Your Genji gets nanoed. Everybody in your team dies. They don't have any defensive ultimates. You pop your tree to keep your Genji alive. You win the fight 2v5. Like, that's a situation. But, like, enough of, like, oh, it's me and a Roadhog, and Roadhog doesn't have ultimate. Let me Lifeweaver, or a Mauga. Let me Lifeweaver tree them to keep them alive. Like, that's not... If that's a 2v5, you're going to lose those fights. And, like, you got snowballed on second point from when you used that, like... You had that bad tree on first point at the end there. There's a world where, like, this game goes differently. So that's where you need to clean up your gameplay, right? Like, that's where you need to clean up your gameplay, right? So, yeah. I would say do that, and you'll start to climb a little bit more. Remember, all you need to do is win, like, you know, get your win rate from 50% to 52%, and you're going to climb steadily. Like, it's a 2% difference. You play, say you're playing 10 games and you're winning 5 of them. If you start winning 6 of them, instead of just winning 5, you're going to climb. So these little things that you're doing can make or break a game. Like you saw a second point was free for them after that bad use of ulti all across the board. So clean that up and you'll be fine. That's basically the vibe I got from it. Is you clean that part of your gameplay up, you'll start to see a bit more of a climb. You got this. You absolutely got this. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't. Leave a comment. All that helps. If you want to submit your own Spectating, look in the description below. That's where my Discord is. That's where you would submit pretty much anything we do for videos. We also record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch chat below the webcam. We also stream on YouTube. So stop by if you haven't. We have a lot of fun here. With that being said, hope you all have an amazing day/night.